Hi. So this is going to actually be a little bit of a hefty intro. So you can go ahead and skip to the video if you must. But honestly, this series, I completely forgot about this series. Believe it or not, I started this series a year ago. Yes, you heard it right. August 2023. I forgot about this series. Honestly, between my hectic life and my 8-month hiatus that I went on, this series was forgotten. And it really sucks because honestly, this series holds a special place in my heart. And I honestly, still, I don't even know how many parts this is going to be. Like, this is a legitimate series. And it's a series I think you guys will enjoy. I still have notes of this series of where it's supposed to go from a year ago. So I'm going to continue writing this. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say, when I wrote the first 2 parts a year ago, I did not know how to use Chatty. This is whenever Chatty was still new. And I really did not feel like rewriting the scripts. So just bear with it. Okay, that should be all. So, if you are ready, let's get to it. Hello, my lovely viewers. Looking for some affordable and quality anime merch? Want to support your favorite Haikyuu team or join UA? What about joining the Straw Hat Pirates for an adventure or two? Want to join the Black Wolves or the Fairy Tale Guild? Well, this site has that and so much more. Use my discount code and receive 10% off your entire order. Link and code is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. What does happiness and contentment look like? What does it feel like? The answer was simple, really. It was right in front of him. It had been under his nose the vast majority of his life. Since he was just a small child, his life had been in the grasp of a small hand in his, Kenma. It then proceeded to progress in the most beautiful way when Koro met Bokuto and Akashi. Ken? A soft hum came from the smaller, who sat firmly on Koro's lap, laid against his chest while playing on his game console, calmed by the steady rhythm of the other's breathing. Bokuto sat to his right, his cheek pressing into his shoulder, braiding Kenma's hair that had grown out since their high school days. We have to get ready for dinner, so you have to get up. The blonde groaned, failing to defeat the boss level. His head fell back onto Koro's other shoulder, snatching the braid Bokuto was working on. But I don't want to get up. He whined, turning around and straddling the ladder with his arms and legs wrapped tightly around his torso. I refused to get up. He leaned over, placing a kiss on the ace's forehead before Bokuto got up to help Akashi with setting up for dinner. Oh yeah? He smirked, quickly hopping on his feet. Kenma yelped, practically clawing into Koro's skin, holding on tighter than before to his lover so he wouldn't fall. Tetsu, put me down. To be fair, you never got up. I'm holding you. His hands held onto Kenma's thighs, aiding support so maybe the smaller would ease up on the scratching. Tetsu, Ken, come on. Dinner is ready. The sound of Akashi's angel-like voice sent the butterflies in Koro's stomach to stir up, and damn, it never got old. In fact, he just got more and more addicted. Oh, it made him feel as if he had vertigo, making every sense in his body stuck in his charming trance. It was all so addicting and enticing. He just wanted more and more of it, like a never-ending craving. He walked up beside the former setter, his free hand rubbing against Akashi's waist, placing a small kiss to his temple, feeling the raven's stray hairs tickling his nose. The smaller giggled, lightly slapping him with a spatula. Set him down already. You're traumatizing the poor boy. No, I'm saving him from having to walk to the table. He got cut off when the boy in his arms grabbed chunks of Koro's hair, pulling at it so he could be let down. Ow, ow, okay, Diko. He sunk to the ground, rubbing his scalp after Kenma had finally let go. Why did you have to pull? He sulked, allowing himself to get pulled up by Bokuto's strong arms. It was his turn to get carried to the table, clinging onto the ace. Tetsu, let's go, silly. Look, you made him get upset. Kenma's jaw dropped at the accusation thrown his way. Well, excuse me for getting scared being carried. I seem to recall someone throwing me in the air last week. Akashi cleared his throat. I as well. It was one time. And one time was enough, dear. He reached over, running his fingers through the raven's hair, wondering if maybe Bokuto's emo mode was actually contagious. It had been a small inside joke earlier in their relationship. However, it made the gamer start to think maybe it wasn't so much of a joke anymore. What's for dinner? He set Koro down on the chair before the taller teasingly squeezed his thigh, admiring from a distance, seeing them constantly care for him. Kenma had to admit that his attention would always sway from his games to admire him. Yakiniku. I think it serves for a perfect occasion for winning today's big match. Bokuto practically jumped out of his seat, yakiniku being his favorite food. Today was MSBY's first game, and they of course annihilated their opponents. It certainly left a big impression for the first years, Atsumu, Sakusa, and Hinata just how much they belonged on the team. Bokuto couldn't have done it without his lover's support. He had to admit he had trouble adjusting to a setter that wasn't Akashi, but with time, he learned how to spike down the ball with Atsumu's sets. They all ate with the peaceful and regular chatting, each explaining how the day went and anything that stuck out to them. Bokuto always seemed to have the oddest stories, and Kenma the most intriguing comments from fans. Before Koro was able to process anything, he was already in bed, with Akashi curled up to his side already asleep and Bokuto to his other, slowly snoozing off exhausted from today's events, and Kenma was wide awake on his console. Ken. He called for him without even knowing what his mind was ready to say. Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to process everything. Kenma set down the game real quick, puzzled at what the Raven was trying to process. There was nothing to process. Process what? I don't know. It's like only last year we met, and only a month ago we met Keiji and Ko, and yesterday we moved in together. I don't understand. I feel like my judgment of time is slipping away. Kenma settled his chin on Bokuto's shoulder, who was surprisingly awake, listening quietly on Koro. A good way? Or in the bad way? Obviously good. Very good. It's just... I thought it would be harder to be this happy. It seems like everything is going too smoothly. It makes me paranoid at times. There was a silence after, just a steady breathing emitting from all four of them. There's no need to be nervous. I admit I wonder how it all came so easily as well, and how everything is nothing short of wonderful. But I don't think we should spend this time that we have pondering on what could happen. It will only make us miss the present and wonder where that time went. Koro laughed underneath his breath, realizing that he was right in every way. Maybe that's what happened to his judgment of time. Couldn't have said it better myself. Koro unintentionally flinched at the ace's words, not expecting to hear his voice, thinking he was already fast asleep. Plus, Bokuto naturally had a deep voice that resonated through the night. Comparing to Kema's soft voice, there was an evident difference. The sleep in the ace's voice only multiplied the effect it had on him. Now get some rest. Bokuto shifted around, letting Koro set his head on his chest, listening to the calming and reassuring sound of a steady pulse. Bokuto was in fact alive and well, and that fact kept him stable. Akashi and Kema was there as well, breathing and laughing alongside of him. Everything is okay. Sugawara's knees were locked on Ikawa's shoulders, while the rest of his body hung low, upside down. He grasped onto the setter's knees to steady himself. Toru, I swear on everything, if you drop me. I'm not gonna drop you. Why did that sound like a suggestion? Ikawa smirked and began running down the hallway. Sugawara's scream heard all over the house. Maybe even the neighbors could hear him. Toru. Daichi blocked his path with his arms crossed, giving the all-known too well cop glare that sent chills up the brunette's spine. Daichi, save me. Fear not, my prince, for I will save you. He lowered his voice for effect, chasing Ikawa down the halls. I think you're doing the opposite. Sugawara tried to swing himself up, but felt the taller's balance tip over. He froze, clinging onto his knees. Iwazumi came running around the corner, both him and Daichi cornering Ikawa. The former ace swooped in, tackling the two onto the bed. Suga grunted, finally feeling the secure solid ground. Iwazumi spun around, grabbing the setter by the wrist and pinned him to the bed. Jeez, finally caught you. Yeah, and I'm just collateral damage. He groaned, rubbing his head. Well, to be fair, we have been chasing him for nearly half an hour. And that's what they choose to spend their free time doing. Movie nights? Nah, overrated. This became the time to let their inner child flourish. Suga encouraged it since he was an elementary school teacher and kept things lively. However, he certainly didn't mean to be treated as a sack of potatoes. Ikawa Toru. The three froze, hearing Ikawa's full name thrown out. Iwazumi threw his hands up, surrendering, backing away from the culprit. What? Iwa-chan? Sorry, love. You're a mess. What the hell was that? Ikawa decided to turn the tables by petting Suga down, placing small kisses down his neck. Because I'm an alien sent to devour my prey. Now you're just being ridiculous. He giggled in between his words, finding the attack of Ikawa's lips tickling him. He looked over his shoulder, however, to see Iwazumi imitating how Godzilla would walk and Daichi sweeping him off of his feet. But you love it. That I do. He got lost into Toru's eyes. It's crazy to think how they used to be so competitive with each other. Maybe call it a small rivalry they shared, but now, his eyes only showed the love he had for him. His eyes radiated a brown hue from the inner gold glowing from the setting sunlight through the window. Suga flushed, realizing he got too carried away and diverted his attention. Even if he tried to avoid him, his enticing smell still evaded his nose, ridding him of all of his functioning senses. You're gonna be the death of me, Toru. The brunette smirked at the statement, adding on, as long as it's after many, many years together, and we're already old and gray. I'm already gray. Daiji snorted, dropping Imizumi in the process, secretly listening on their conversation before he too fell to the ground, clutching his sides. Sorry, that just caught me off guard. Way to ruin the moment, Koshi. It's my specialty. He reached over, grabbing his phone, texting the ex-captain of Nekama for advice, at least before he forgot. He rolled over onto his stomach before making a run to the bathroom and slammed the door shut, locking it, knowing his nosy lovers would be looking over his shoulder. Hey Koro. I need your help. Yeah, what's up? Daichi's birthday is around the corner and I need help getting a gift for him. And why ask me? Rude. Well, first, I'm terrible at gift giving. And second, you and I have like this weird ass history. That part was true. Their rivalry was nothing compared to him and Okawa's. Ever since those two captains met, it was like constant tension was present. Maybe they were just too similar. No. Fine then. I guess I'll just delete this message here from Kashi that says what he wants from his birthday. Oh right. His birthday is around the corner as well. Is that right? You manipulative, conniving. Do we have a deal, Koro? Fine. Tomorrow at noon, we'll go shopping. Sending much love. Now that that was over, Sugawa turned his attention to the banging coming from the bathroom door. Kashi, open this door. Never. He retorted, holding back his laughter, seeing all three of their hands reach underneath the bathroom door like a lost puppy waiting for their owner to hurry up. Come on. Oikawa whined through the door, rattling the handle. The teacher stood up and opened the door, quickly stepping back when all three of them tumbled to the ground from leaning against it. All done. He jumped over and ran back to the bedroom. What dorks. But they were his, and nothing could ruin this perfect moment that was his life. Every single day their home was filled with laughter and smiles, as a home should be. Their dreams were being put together, their sides often ached from the constant laughter. Sugawara sometimes felt his cheeks sore from smiling so much, as it was not common at his childhood home. But after the hardships he went through to get to where he is now, this was living. Alrighty, this officially concludes the first part to the series. Now, again, I'm not sure how many parts this will be, but this is the first one, and while this may include fluff, there will be a little bit of fluff in the next part, but after that, that's where we start going downhill. Now, this will be angsty after the next part, so brace yourself. But not to worry, not to worry. There will be a happy ending. There will, I promise. And once again, thank you guys so much for supporting me. All my duckers, you guys are super duper amazing. And special thanks to my 4 brand new members. Thank you so much, Suki. I can't pronounce the second name, Fish, and Jay. You guys are amazing. And yeah, just thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time.